Okay, this is the third part of 15 for work together. We are on step 3. So again, if you have not watched the first 2 videos, please make sure that you watch the first 2 videos for step 1 and step 2, and then come back to this one. Okay, so at the end of the part 2 video, we had ended here with our marginal income tax of 16,219.2. I closed my full book, but I did keep my tab that has this tax schedule here. So this is the tax schedule, okay? And I'm gonna go back. So what I need to do now is I need to put my bracket minimum income tax in. And so I'm gonna go look. Remember this, we are actually on this highlighted tax bracket. And so my minimum amount is this $22,250. That's what I'm gonna fill in here. Okay, and then I'm going to, next one, I'm going to put in my marginal income tax that I calculated, 16,219.2, and I'm going to add those two together then to get my total federal income tax. So I should get then a total of 38,469.2. Okay, that should be it for step 3. I'm going to grade step 3. And I'm going to move on to step 4. Step 4 says I'm going to journalize my federal income tax. So I just need to journalize the adjusting entry for my federal income tax payable. Now they're showing us all of our adjusting entries that we've already recorded, and we've actually already posted all of those as well. I'm going to go to my general ledger, and I'm going to scroll all the way down to my federal income tax expense. Now, I like to have like a little sheet of paper so that I can write these numbers down so I don't have to click back and forth, whatever works best for you. So here I see that my debit is $32,000 for my federal income tax expense. I'm now going to go back here, and I see that my federal income tax needs to be $38,469.20. So I need to find the difference between those two numbers, and that's going to be my adjustment. So remember, what I have in my general ledger federal income tax expense is $32,000. I'm going to subtract those two numbers. I'm going to take $38,469.2, and I'm going to subtract the $32,000 I already have for federal income tax expense. That gives me a difference of $6,469.20. That is the amount for my adjusting entry. I need to increase my federal income tax expense all the way down. So to increase that account, I need to debit that account. So I am going to do the 31st, and I'm going to debit federal income tax expense, and I'm going to debit for $6,469.20. And then I'm going to credit. Now, if we need to go back and look, I'm going to look for that other federal income tax account. And so I'm going to look up here. Here we see my federal income tax payable account. That's what I'm going to credit. So federal income tax payable, and I'm going to credit for $6,469.2. I'm going to grade step 4. Okay, everything looks good there. I'm going to move on to my step 5. My step 5 is where I'm going to be posting my federal income tax. So it says I'm going to post the adjusting entry. All of the other ones were posted. I just need to post that final adjustment to my federal income tax expense. So I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. The date is the 31st. G15 is my post reference for General Journal page 15. I'm debiting this account for $6,469.20, and then I'm going to find my new balance. Now the new balance should look familiar. It's that 38,469.20, and that's what we figured out to be our federal income tax. I'm going to go and bring my 6205 back up, and one more to post, my federal income tax payable. The date is December 31st, G15. And we have a credit, I forgot the number, 6469.2, right? 0.2, yeah. And then that is also my new credit balance. Okay, account number 2170 will go back up. Okay, so my post reference column is completely filled in now. Tells me I'm done posting. I'm going to scroll down and say grade step 5. Okay, looks like everything looks good here, so I'm going to scroll all the way down and we'll go to the next step. A lot of scrolling. And our last step, step number 6, is going to be our adjusted trial balance part 2. And so what we need to do here is we need to complete the adjusted trial balance, and really there's just a couple numbers that we need to fill in. So before we didn't have anything in our federal income tax payable, so this was blank. We do need to fill in that number now. So I'm going to go and I'm going to look at, I'm just going to unpin that there. Oops, I need to find my federal income tax payable. And I need to put in that credit amount, 6,469.2. I'm now going to scroll down on my adjusted trial balance. And down at the bottom, I need to look at my federal income tax expense. Oops. Struggling. Okay, and then my debit here, I need to put that amount in. So I have a debit of 38,469.2. Now, this is where I need to be totaling up my balances. So I'm going to put totals, and I need to add up all of my numbers. So this is a lot of numbers. So I'm going to tell you again, pause the video, add up all your numbers, and I would add them up twice. Make sure that your debits and your credits equal. If you don't get a debit and a credit that equal, that right there should give you a big red flag and tell you that you have something wrong. So you should add them up again. Okay, I'm going to pause my video right now and I'm going to add up my totals. Okay, hopefully you took the time to actually add those up, because you will need to be able to do that on your own. So here's what I got. My debit is 645,531.99. And guess what? My credit is also 645,531.99. Now, if you did not get those two numbers, go back and add again. If your numbers are different, if your debit and credits don't equal, go back and add up again. I'm going to grade my final step. Okay, and everything looks good. If you have any questions, make sure that you email me. You can now go on to your 15-4 on your own. This was the end of chapter 15, so we will now work on our application problems after the on your own.